Walter Buck. I was in the United States Marine Corps. I was a Lance Corporal, and then I switched to the Army, and then I was a sergeant. And I can't remember all the names of the wars that I was in, but I was in 4 of them. I know one of them was Operation Enduring Freedom.
Right.
Watching my dad, he served his country in the Navy. I believe he did like 24 years, and I knew I wasn't going to college because I wasn't a school student, so I was like, well, if he did it and it worked for him, I can do it too. The one that sticks out the most, that always stuck out to me, was I was in the Marine Corps. It was 2003. We were in Iraq. I can't remember the actual location. And we were guarding, it was an all-girls school, and we had to surround that school and keep everybody away because it was, all the girls had got kicked out of school. The school was shut down and was torn down. Not torn down, but it was, destroyed on the inside, and they used it as a weapons cache. And so we had to secure that perimeter. We couldn't let anybody get in or out or anything. It was our job to keep everybody out. And so we were guarding it, but it's not like you were guarding it in some desolate place. It was like guarding it in the middle of town. So cars were going by, people were walking by doing their daily thing. And one day we was pulling guard on the school, and we were out of our tanks, and we were on the ground. And a young girl was running towards our position. And prior to us getting there, the order for us was to be real careful about women and children because they were using them as the bombs. They would strap bombs to them, let them come up to us, and you know how us as Americans, as they stated, we're very women and children conscious. You don't hurt women, you don't abuse children. So they would use them as the bombs. So this young girl was running towards us. She couldn't be any more than 6 or 8 years old. And she was running towards us. And so I saw her coming, and of course my orders went through my head to, hey, be cautious. And so we do our proper, escalation of force, which is the order of how you stop somebody from attacking you or harming you. So I shouted to her, hey, you need to stop. Kept screaming. She wouldn't stop. She kept running. And then there was a lady behind her, which I assumed to be her mother. And she was chasing her. They're speaking in their language, so I don't know what they're saying. I don't understand it, the language barrier there. So I'm constantly screaming at her to stop. So at that moment, she wouldn't stop. This is like 4 or 5 times. Of course, this happened in less than like 20 seconds, but it seemed like it was like 4 days. It took forever. And then she's continually running. So I got on the knee and I aimed my weapon at her and I locked and loaded. And then I kept screaming at her, hey, you need to stop. You need to stop. Don't come any closer. She kept coming. So during that time, all this stuff is going through my head. I can shoot this little girl and wound her and keep her from coming to protect, the Marines that I'm with, or I can take a chance and maybe she's not a kid with a bomb strapped to her. And then I'm thinking about my kids at home. I'm thinking about everything else. I got to make it home to them. I mean, I want to go home. I don't want to, die here. This is not where I want to die. It's not the plan that I had anyway, So finally, as she's coming, I'm sweating, I'm holding my gun, I'm shaking, and I'm getting to that point where it's like, hey, look, I'm just going to have to shoot this girl. She stops, and she throws a whole bunch of what she picked up off the ground were like little flowers, the little yellow ones that we grab as kids. She had a bunch of them, and she threw them at me. And the only thing she knew in English was thank you. So she just kept screaming, thank you, thank you, thank you. And her mom came, and of course she snatched her up and was kind of upset. But at that moment when she snatched her up and took her away, it's like everything changed. I was like, man, I could have shot this kid, and there was nothing really going on. So that was like the main story that always stuck out to me when I was in the Marine Corps. There's others, but that was one of the ones. Usually I have a hard time with Veterans Days and holidays like that, Memorial Days or whatever. What does it mean to me? I don't know, because I guess I'm like the rest of my brothers and sisters in arms. We just think that we're doing our job, so it's like, I don't feel as if I did anything so important. I don't feel as if I did something that was extraordinary. I just feel like I did what I said I was going to do, and that's what I did.